Hi, I'm just uploading this one, and I just made a minor alteration. I've taken the tree up here above that ridge because it was coinciding with it, and it looked a bit wrong. So that is the finished painting. Okay, it's cold, wet, and windy in London today. So. But not cold but windy in my studio. So going back to abstracting landscapes, I tried that with the watercolour, and I explained that I think all my watercolours are abstract because they don't exist. I make them up and I paint what I like to see in a landscape as best as I can at the time. So here we are. I particularly love flat landscape like Norfolk, Essex, Essex coast. And I'm really trying hard to get away from copying likenesses, although I'm getting quite good at creating likenesses that don't exist, so if you know what I mean. So I'll just start brushing away. I like dramatic skies, but I also like misty type skies, and I haven't really done one for a while. And I'm often asked what brushes I use. Well, I use what's available. I don't have particular favourites. Most of my brushes are these. That's an expensive brush. That's an expensive brush, or fairly expensive. They're nylon. That was nice, bristle. But the others are cheap Chinese brushes that I bought over the years when I've seen them. If they're good enough quality. The ones I'm looking at at the moment are quite sparse with the bristles, so I won't buy them. But as long as they work and make a mark, I'm not really bothered. You can make a good mark with your fingers, if that's what you want to do. Hello, Harry. Oh, Harry's a bit wet. He's come in, he's been out in the garden. That's it, you stay there, Harry. Don't start drinking my painting water. Right, so there's the palette. You can see what the colours are, some yellows and some reds and some blues and some browns and some black. You can choose whatever colours you like. This is just my colour palette at the moment. So I'll put a bit of green, let's try a bit of Viridian, because I like Viridian. It's a good mixer. I've squeezed out plenty of white. Now it's a bit of that, and a bit of blue, a bit of cerulean, and a bit of the PVA glue. Put a bit of ochre in with that. I haven't got anything in mind other than a flat sort of landscape, but we'll abstract it. This PVA glue, it's a dilute PVA glue, is a great thing to use with our painting. I'm just putting some paint on the board just to seal it. I'm not going anywhere yet. I'm just going to work away. Let that go. So right, so bit of flat landscape, bit of water. Well, we'll that's the sky. Then some. I like black. Harry, don't drink the water. It's got acrylic in it now. Although I don't think he'll come to any harm. He's eyeing the water up. Say hello, Harry. You see my arm where we play fighting games. I dangle it out of the bed and he likes to climb up it. Look. Last night, did you see that? He's not vicious, he's a very gentle cat really, but he doesn't always know that my arm is actually attached to my body. Alright, so let's have a bit of greeny something there, just to start, and I'll start to thicken up the sky. I've primed this one with the texture, the plaster of Paris, but I've used a knife, so we've got an interesting surface underneath there. A bit of red, bit of blue. Let's hair there. I'll fill that. Right, it's okay. So a bit of green in there. I wasn't dry. Something beginning to happen now, but it doesn't matter. That will, I'll dry it. Take your headphones off, Harry. You can't really do that with oil. So we'll bring that down here, bit of ochre, see if I can get this laying back a bit. So a bit of burnt umber, burnt sienna, should I say. Let's get that in there. So with a bit of water. Right, I'll put a bit of red in there, but I have to keep that dry, so headphones again. Yeah, should have I'll try to do that with an oil painting, wouldn't you? So you can crack on. Right, let's go back with my ready blue. A bit of yellow in there. Lots of colours. But I wouldn't want you to think that because I said lots of colours, you have to have lots of colours on your palette. You don't. And the fewer that you have, the better. And learn what to do with them, learn the mixes, so that you can repeat them. Especially if you're doing knife painting. Right then. Get some light back in there. I want to cover some of that. I want to drag and reduce the intensity of it. Now, red trees or burnt sienna trees. Let's see what that looks like. No rules, just put all the colours of the landscape in. So we've got of repetition in the water. And as that dries, I can drag over it so that bits of it show through. Get rid of some of that black there. We've always got a lake coming here, haven't we? Oh, big black in there. Because I like black. It's dramatic. I like reflections, we all like reflections. So, Harry, don't drink the water. He understands English. Not. I think if he had some articulation in his toes, he'd grab a brush and start painting. Right, let's go back into that sky now. My Stay Wet palette is really good, thanks to Alan Owen telling me about tissue paper. I never really thought about it. I just used what came with the packet of membranes, but it's really working. The paint stiffens up rather than goes all sloppy as it does with the spongy membranes. Right. Let's get some bit of water in there. Putting some light back in. And I'll work away till something pleasing happens. We all love reflections, don't we? Reflections, it's very sort of evocative of feeling. Right, it's the light and everything here. So just dragging over those colours. Let's get some in the water. There he is. Just don't walk into my palette, Harry. He likes walking across computer screens. We absolutely love him. We're cat people, as you can imagine. Okay, but don't drink the acrylic glue. I'll put the lid on that. But typical cat, he wants to be involved in everything you do. I'm just making orange, but I'll have to start a new membrane because this one's getting a bit. Oh, we can always put a bit of sun. Won't put it in the middle. We'll put it here. Finger painted. Let's just blur it. Does it show? Does it show a little bit? Just a neat, pure dash of white here. And then put that in there. Okay, that's right. So I'm still using a large brush. This is about 3/4 of an inch wide. Not that it matters. I'm a great believer of using the largest largest brush possible. We can get a bit of a nice cloud, or a white cloud just sort of coming over. And those are lovely colours we've got in there. Lovely peachy colours. I'll just dry that off again because I don't want to do too much more than this. Right. Get some red, orangey stuff on here. I just want to bring that up there. Okay, so that seems to me to be quite pretty. It's an abstract of what's turned out of a lake of trees across a lake. Sky is a little bit bitty. Maybe we can just do something about that. Maybe we'll just lighten the more peachy colour, just scumble over. See if we can bring it all together a little bit. A bit of white, bit of red, bit of yellow. Just drag all over this. No, that's not going to work, is it? But it doesn't matter because you can keep going over it. I wanted that bit of mauvey colour. In there, around that sun. Didn't want to lose that. Right, now we can put some of that light back in. Do you think I've overdone the primer in this? I'm going to just clean the palette a bit because we are getting a bit murky there around my yellows. Now this membrane's been on here I think, what, 2 weeks? So cadmium, well I seem to have lots of medium yellow, that'll do, that's alright. What's left of it? Oops. Right, clean the brush. Cover that. Yeah, that yellow got a bit sullied. Put a little bit of, I use big rolls of kitchen paper, which are very inexpensive when I buy them. Saves cloth. I bought another one yesterday, ready to, oh, I'm going to put some of that light, just a touch of yellow in it I think. Just bring that through there. Right. I don't know what's happening there really. I do like that yellow, that mid yellow mixed with the red. Perhaps the red side, because it gives this lovely peachy colour. So I'm just trying to reduce that dark in the sky, but still preserve my sunlight coming through here. So there we are, we've got a sort of a reflection, but we've also got a bit of mistiness creeping in now. Right, I'm going to leave that. I'm going to put it in a frame and see if we've got a picture that's worth calling a picture. So this is abstracting the landscape now. There's absolutely no limit to what you can do according to your imagination, of course. This is all new for me as well, really. Force it into there. Right, so there we are. We've got an abstract painting. I quite like that. I hope you do too. Let's put a bit of a signature in. I'll put it in blue, I think, bluey ready. Oops. Oh, there we are. What do you reckon? I'm waiting for Alan Owen to post his first acrylic demonstration. That's going to be worth waiting for. Let's bring you round. And well, there we are. That's sort of interesting. I think it's interesting anyway. The texture underneath really is a feature of the painting. It's rather than just a texture. It's veiny, slabby, but hey, we're having fun. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.